Shedeur Sanders becomes the face of the Browns in London as Cleveland quietly redefines its rookie QB future. While Dillon Gabriel takes the field as starter, it's Shedeur Sanders who steals the spotlight overseas, and perhaps the Browns' long-term vision. A scene set in London, but the spotlight is elsewhere. The Cleveland Browns landed in London to face the Minnesota Vikings in their Week 5 international game. All eyes were supposed to be on rookie quarterback Dillon Gabriel, the newly appointed starter. Yet, as fans walked through Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, something unexpected stood out. Giant digital billboards and promotional banners across the venue featuring Shedeur Sanders, not Gabriel. The image was unmistakable. Shedeur, the young and charismatic quarterback from Colorado, wearing the NFL's official sideline cap. His pose was confident, his expression calm, a picture that screamed franchise potential. The caption read, "The official cap of NFL sidelines." Within minutes, Browns analyst Tony Grossi captured the moment online, posting a photo of the promotional banner with a humorous remark. Tottenham didn't get the memo about who's starting at QB for Browns. Grossi wasn't wrong. Officially, Gabriel had earned the QB1 tag. Veteran Joe Flacco was slotted as backup. And Sanders? Still third string, technically. But in London, it was clear that his name carried more weight than his position on the depth chart. The power of a name and the business of football. While statistics and strategy define football, modern sports also run on something more powerful: marketability. And that's where Shedeur Sanders changes the entire equation. Despite being the 144th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Sanders' impact transcends his draft position. From the moment his name was announced, the buzz around the Browns transformed overnight. Within 48 hours of his selection, Sanders became the only fifth-round pick to crack the NFL's top 10 in jersey sales. Not only that, he topped the list, surpassing even the first overall pick and his former Colorado teammate Travis Hunter, who was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. For a rookie who hadn't thrown a single NFL pass, the numbers were staggering. And for the Browns, those sales meant more than profit, they meant proof of potential. So, while Gabriel may have been leading the team onto the field in London, Shedeur was leading them in revenue and recognition. In the marketing universe, he wasn't just the QB3. He was the face of the franchise's future. Tottenham's mistake, or a glimpse of the future. The promotional error, as some fans called it, was anything but random. NFL marketing is deliberate, data-driven, and strategically global. Every face printed, every banner raised, is chosen with a purpose. So, when Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was dressed with Shedeur Sanders' image, it raised eyebrows for all the right reasons. Was it a mistake? Unlikely. Was it a sign of things to come? Possibly. Behind the scenes, NFL Europe has been eyeing its next generation of crossover stars. Young players who blend talent, personality, and global appeal. In that sense, Sanders checks every box. He's the son of Dillon coach Prime Sanders, a global sports icon. He's confident, articulate, stylish, and comfortable in the spotlight. And in a city like London, where American football is still building its fan base, charisma can matter just as much as touchdowns. It was no coincidence, then, that even before his first NFL start, Shedeur Sanders became the poster boy of the Browns' London campaign. The quiet quarterback battle. Meanwhile, the Browns' internal quarterback dynamics remain as complex as ever. Head coach Kevin Stefanski and general manager Andrew Berry made the bold move of starting Dillon Gabriel, the efficient Oklahoma product, over Sanders. Gabriel, known for his accuracy and poise, had earned the staff's trust through consistent preseason performances. Veteran Joe Flacco, who started the season as QB1, accepted the backup role gracefully. But all eyes were on Sanders and his silence. After the announcement naming Gabriel as starter, Sanders didn't speak much publicly. To some, that looked like disappointment. To others, it was a rare show of maturity. On Instagram, Sanders posted a photo of himself and Gabriel practicing together, captioned simply, #dogs. No resentment, no rivalry, just quiet confidence. It was a subtle gesture, one that reflected growth. After being criticized last season for being too loud, Sanders seems to have found balance. Focused, humble, yet still radiating the swagger that made him a college superstar. A glimpse before kickoff. Hours before kickoff in London, cameras caught Sanders taking part in warm-up drills with the starting unit. His passes were crisp, his reads quick. Analysts noted the same precision and confidence that defined his final year at Colorado. It didn't look like a random warm-up. It looked like a rehearsal for the future. Fans immediately began speculating online. Was he preparing to take a few live snaps? Could Stefanski be planning a surprise rotation? But no. Gabriel remained the starter throughout, while Sanders watched from the sideline, headset on, eyes locked in. Still, the moment wasn't wasted. It gave fans, reporters, and more importantly, the Browns coaching staff a glimpse of what their offense might one day look like with Sanders at the helm. The insider report that changed everything. Just a day before the game, NFL insider Ian Rappaport shed light on what the Browns were really planning. According to Rappaport, the team wasn't sidelining Shedeur out of doubt, but out of strategy. When he does play, Rappaport wrote, it would be with a full week of practice and a game plan built for him. That single line changed the narrative. It confirmed that Sanders was not being buried, he was being built around. The Browns, Rappaport revealed, wanted to curate a system tailored to Sanders' dual-threat skill set, one that mirrored his Colorado play style, where he thrived as a pocket passer with elite mobility and precision. In other words, his time is coming, just not yet. The marketing magnet. Even without a single start, Sanders continues to elevate the Browns brand. His presence has drawn younger fans, increased team merchandise sales, and added social media traction across multiple platforms. Cleveland's digital engagement spiked by over 60% after the team drafted Sanders, a metric the franchise hadn't seen since the Baker Mayfield era. And now, with his face displayed across London, it's clear that the NFL itself views him as a potential global ambassador. From college prodigy to marketing powerhouse, Sanders' influence has become undeniable. A reminder that in today's game, the most valuable player isn't always the one taking the snaps. From Boulder to the big leagues, Shedeur's journey from Colorado to Cleveland has been anything but ordinary. Under the intense spotlight of his father's leadership at Colorado Buffaloes, he carried the program's offense, breaking school passing records and becoming one of college football's most recognizable names. His accuracy, football IQ, and calm under pressure made him an intriguing draft prospect. Even if teams were divided about his transition to the NFL, the Browns took a calculated risk, drafting him late, betting that his potential and pedigree would outweigh his lack of top-tier experience. Now, with each practice and every headline, that bet is starting to look smarter. Deion Sanders' shadow and support. Of course, no conversation about Shedeur is complete without mentioning Deion Sanders. The Hall of Famer turned college coach has been both mentor and motivator to his son, shaping him through tough love and high expectations. Coach Prime often says, "Pressure is a privilege. If they're talking about you, it means they expect something." For Shedeur, that pressure has never been heavier, but it's also never been more rewarding. His father's presence continues to guide him from afar, reminding him that legacy isn't given, it's earned. And as Shedeur navigates life as an NFL rookie, that philosophy might be his most valuable lesson. The Browns' long game. The Browns are playing a long game with their rookie quarterbacks. Gabriel may be the starter for now, but the organization's investment in Sanders suggests something deeper, a plan designed not just for 2025, but for the next era of Browns football. By giving Sanders time to develop behind the scenes, the team is protecting both its player and its future. A rushed debut could destroy confidence. A calculated one could define a dynasty. According to team insiders, Sanders has embraced that approach fully. He's leading the scout team, studying the playbook relentlessly, and working closely with Flacco to refine his mechanics. Patience isn't glamorous, but it's powerful, and Shedeur seems to understand that perfectly. Fan reaction, the Sanders effect. Across social media, fans have begun treating Shedeur's journey like a series in itself. Every practice clip, every sideline camera shot, every viral post fuel speculation about when he'll finally get his chance. In London, chants of "put in Shedeur" echoed faintly through the stands. Not out of criticism for Gabriel, but out of excitement for what Sanders represents. Hope. He's more than just another rookie. He's a symbol of a new generation of athletes who blend competitiveness with culture, where confidence isn't arrogance, but authenticity. The waiting game. For now, Shedeur remains patient. He's focused, learning, and letting his work do the talking. And if history tells us anything, it's that the Sanders family knows how to turn waiting into winning. After all, Deion Sanders didn't become prime time overnight. It took setbacks, reinventions, and moments of doubt before the world saw the